Alright, so today I'm going to be doing some maintenance on the 4runner. Needs an idle air control valve according to all the research I've done. Got a really high idle. Can't get it to go down. I've cleaned the throttle body, cleaned everything else. And literally the only thing that it looks like it could be would be the idle air control valve. Because I replaced the MAF sensor, everything else has been done. Still doing it. So I'm going to try that, see how it goes. Thought I'd give you a little tutorial on how to do that. Because it's not too hard. So the part that I got is this right here. Comes like this. Usually inside there it gets all gunked up and filled up with crap. And this sensor also goes bad just over the time. This thing's got 300,000 miles on it. So also a lot of people don't do this, but get this gasket. It's literally like $5 extra. It will save you so much time because these gaskets go bad and they get oversized. They almost bulge a little bit, and so then they don't want to go in right. So get that gasket as well. So first, I'm gonna take off this one up here. Undo this hose right here. Move that to the side. Make sure everything over here is disconnected. Make sure your plug is out of the way for your MAF sensor. And you should just be able to kind of wiggle it off. And then that just comes right off. And what we're replacing is this right here. So you want to go in and unplug that. And then we'll get to it in a second, but you'll also be unplugging your coolant lines underneath there as well. And then disconnecting all of this. All right, so there's going to be 4 bolts here. One, 2, 3, 4. And then you're gonna wanna unplug your vacuum line that goes right there. You're gonna unplug your throttle position sensor cable that's right here, and go ahead and unplug your idle air control valve as well, that sensor. I already went ahead and took these 2 bolts off, so it's just 2 nuts. It's gonna be 12 millimeters. Take those off. Bottom one is the same thing. It's gonna be a 12 millimeter. Just wanna break that loose. Kind of on there. There we go. And then do the other side as well. I wish I had my Milwaukee, but it is currently at work, so I don't have a way to get to it right now. But these are going to be longer bolts, so pull those out. They look like that. And this one you're going to need to use the socket for until it's all the way out. And just like that, those 2 are out. And then next we'll move on to disconnecting all your throttle body cables. For your throttle body cables, it'll be either a 14 millimeter or a 9/16. You'll just go on one of them and kind of loosen it up and then pop that out. And pop that out, you can set that to the side. Pop this one out as well. That one's already loose, looks like. There we go. So that'll pop out. Then you just take it out from over here. It's not wanting to come out. There we go. Set that to the side as well. You can unhook it from this. Kind of set those off to the side. Then this one over here. Do the same process. Disconnect it at the bottom down here. Move that off to the side. Now your throttle body is completely disconnected. Now all you have to do is get those coolant lines out of the bottom. First you want to get out this bottom hose down here. That's what kind of holds it from being able to come out. And then now you should be able to pull it far enough where you can get to those coolant lines 1 and 2 on this other side. See how kind of gunked up it is in there. And this is the OEM one right there as well. We'll probably do a cleaning on my little throttle body gasket as well. But you pull these two lines out, so I'll get some pliers to undo these clamps, and I'll pull those off. So now just get you some needle nose pliers. Go in there, pull that back, and go ahead and get this one as well. And you'll kind of wiggle it forward a little bit. Now you should be able to, it'll pop some coolant out of there. Should be able to just pull these back. A little bit of coolant out of them. Same with this other one. It takes a few little tries. Need to pull the thing back a little bit. There we go. Move that back a little bit. Now we should pull this off, no problem. Just takes a bit of effort. There we go. All right, now your throttle body is completely disconnected. Now we're gonna pull this part out and replace it. All right, so this is what we're gonna do now. So we've got our throttle body out. Now we're gonna take this off. I had to off camera hammer these hammer screwdriver and kind of twist it at the same time to try to get these screws out because they are really hard set in there because it hasn't been taken off before. But I got those out, so now what we can do is we can take one, it's 4 screws, 2, 3, 4 out. And this should pop right off. Now, one thing that happens with these is you can see all the gunk inside, but also this gasket, if you look closely, it becomes, flip it the other way, it becomes too big for this, and it likes to come out. See how it lips over on that side? So with replacing it, that problem should be completely done away with, and we should have no problem getting this back in there, just like that. Sits perfectly. So now we get the new one, this, and make sure it's lined up correctly. Put it, let's see, there, like that. Make sure it's lined up correctly. Thread our bolts in. Make sure everything's flush. Don't want to pinch the gasket or cause any sort of leakage. There we go. So now we'll screw one down pretty good. And you gotta be very careful because these will strip very easily. So make sure you have a quality screwdriver, something that is made for what you're doing, not one out of your little home hardware kit, because you want to make sure that you do not strip these screws because they are a pain to pull back out. All right, those should be good. Out with the old, in with the new. Now we just go back up there and connect everything back together, and it should work just like new. So first things first, you want to go ahead and get your lines back connected. So we'll go ahead, put it back in, and pretty much this line goes here, this line goes there. And we'll get our pliers and put those back on. Put that back right there. And then next, we'll go ahead and thread it back onto where it came off, just like that. Now we'll come back over here and connect everything back together. So you got your throttle position sensor. You gotta plug that back in. You'll go ahead and, where's the other hose? Where did it go? Right here. You'll bring this back down in here. Go ahead and connect that right there. Just kind of wiggle it on there. That goes back on there. Now, you go ahead and connect this hose here. And there. Now we will piece all this back together. So the first one that goes back on will be the upper part of the intake. Make sure that's on there real nice and snug. And you can tighten that down. You'll also put this hose in right here. Now we will come over here to the lower part. Lower part will go on just like this. Move the straw cable out of the way. There we go. And that's in there. And this is also a little 10mm that you'll tighten up as well. We'll grab the ratchet with a 10mm, tighten those two up. Make sure that's tight. Then we can put our cruise control throttle cable back in there as well. Kind of knock it down in there. Pull that up. There we go. And that's attached. All these are attached. We'll go ahead and tighten those up as well. Go ahead and tighten these up. So you grab your 9/16, Do a little tug on there. There we go. Same thing right here. And now, got all that done. We can go ahead and connect our two lines right there. And we should be pretty much done. Go ahead and connect these two lines. And we'll go ahead and plug in our mass airflow sensor as well, which should be tucked up over here. That's plugged up, everything's plugged up. We should be good to go ahead and start her. See how she sounds. See if the idle is gone and see if everything's fixed.